Like a lot of these folks, especially nursing, they will come back.
Yeah.
But they have to have flexible work arrangements, and we got to figure out organizations like how do we make it work for them so we can get that talent pool. The other talent pool that we don't talk about, and there is a lot of bias against them, is the older generation that wants to come back to work. How do we re-engage those?
I mean, I personally think that there's a tremendous white space opportunity here. Ageism is real, folks. And there's a lot of industries and areas that are hard to employ, whether it be accounting. There's a real gap in US based accountants. And I think there's an opportunity for some older workers to potentially reskill. They have the aptitude, they have the ability, and to go back and learn some of these skills that are needed here. And ageism is just a terrible thing, and I talk about it a lot with my candidates too. Unfortunately, as you climb the pyramid of success in your career, there's less opportunities as you go to the top, and that's a real problem. And there's less opportunities. What do you think about ageism?
Look, I think at the end of the day, some of the arguments I've heard in the past are, we want an up and comer, we want someone that's gonna
That just means less pay.
potentially someone that's gonna work for more hours. So they're assuming if the older workers maybe don't have the stamina to work as much, but all of those arguments are nonsense. And the last one
They're
is
myths.
they're not going to be able to adapt to technology, which again is nonsense because I don't know a generation that has adapted to more technology. Started their career using fax machine and mail. Now you have AI. So
Right.
they've gone through a lot of development. So in my mind,
we bridge analog and digital, and I think when you have the ability to do that, listen, we grew up with wired, our phones were connected to the walls. I learned how to type on a typewriter. I'm dating myself on an actual typewriter right now. But I also have the ability to create an AI chatbot. So which generation really is it? Which generation has the most agility and flexibility? But again, going back to, I think that there's an opportunity in our space here in TA to really revolutionize a certain demographic and find opportunities for them.
Last thing I'll say too, and I think branding is huge here, because one of the things that I think the white collar jobs, particularly tech, they've done a really good job with over the past, let's say 5 to 10 years, is branding. And I'm talking about those videos that you see on TikTok that show people working these jobs. They have capitalized on that. I don't see a lot of that from nursing, manufacturing. I don't see that buzz, but that's what you've got to create. You got to get people excited about these jobs again. Otherwise, we're gonna head into a major time where it's gonna be hard. A lot of people retiring in those industries. There's a gap. There's a skills gap.
Well, the other challenge is we're 10 years behind when it comes to reskilling a lot of the type of roles that we need. We're like